Hello, it's Lucas from Mercedes-Benz of Eastbourne, and today we have a wonderful EQS 450 Plus to have a look around. Now, as you can see, this is a fully electric model, but this being the AMG line, we have a more aggressive front bumper styling, as you can see on either side just here. But we have the fully covered front grille just here, as you would expect on an electric car. We have the fully adaptive LED high-performance headlamps just here. But as I stand back, you can see this car has been designed for one purpose, to cover a huge amount of miles in extreme luxury. So it's got a hugely aerodynamic profile, as you can see just here, even with flush door handles. So as you can see, these would sit flush against the bodywork normally, but they pop out when you approach the car with lovely Mercedes-Benz writing just there. We have our aerodynamic new 20-inch alloys just here with the aero fairing just over the top. Again, just increasing the amount of miles that you can do on a single charge in this car. Coming around the rear of the car, I really think actually the rear end looks very nice indeed. Coupe styling almost just there, but as you'll see, we have a hatchback at the rear, which provides a heck of a lot more flexibility in terms of load space in here. So we have 610 litres as standard. If we folded forward the rear seats, we'd have 1,770 litres worth of space. And as you can see, because of that top hinge, we can get some really large items in there. Coming around for the rear passengers though, they have a huge amount of legroom. It is an absolutely massive amount of space in the rear for the passengers just here, and I love these little pillows on the headrest. They really finish it off very nicely. But ISOFIX points on both of the outer two seats, and again just a huge amount of luxury back here. We have lovely panoramic sunroofs as well that cover both the front and the rear passengers, just providing loads of extra light for everyone in the car. And just coming into the front of the car, we can see we've now got integrated headrests into the seat itself, and wonderful upholstery just here as well. Now coming around, I will cover this in more detail, but as you can see, we've got a lovely floating display in front of the driver and the huge multimedia screen in the middle. But what I thought I'd cover first is a bit more information about the battery and the drivetrain quickly. So the key facts of this lovely EQS 450 Plus. This car will actually do between 407 and 453 miles on a single charge. This depends on the specification that you go for, but this is all due to the fact that we have a huge 107.8 kilowatt hour battery. This car also has a rear-wheel drive format, producing 333 brake horsepower, 568 newton meters of torque, which will get you to 60 in just 6.2 seconds. And it will go all the way up to 137 miles per hour. Now, it will charge 11 kilowatts AC or 200 kilowatts DC, which means that you get a 10 to 80% in just 31 minutes, which really is amazing indeed. So now that I've jumped into the driver's seat, we can see we've got the wonderful floating display just here, but the main star of the show is this wonderful multimedia screen. As you can see, it's nice and easy to put in a destination. We click where to and then type in a postcode, or you can have a look at our previous destinations just there. We can also go into our radio. It will intelligently learn what you are likely to use and display that along the bottom there. Then hitting the home button, we have a few further options. So for example, if we went into the EQ menu, we can check on the battery state of charge, the expected mileage that we can get out of that, and it will let us know what we can do to improve the range should we want to do that as well. Now, we can also go into various different functions such as phone, connect up our phones, play any media through, adjust the seat positioning, heating and the ambient lighting around the car. We can even position the seat judged on our height if we wanted to as well. We have a huge amount of colours on the ambient lighting, as I'm sure you can appreciate from the rest of our cars, and multicolour modes should we want to play with that as well. We have our favourites just pulling down from the top, so nice and easy to get to as well. Then we can just go into radio, play any FM DAB stations, and over here we can play with our smartphone integration, so should we want to play with Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. We have two-zone climate control just here, so as we can see, nice and easy to set it up for both the driver and the passenger, and our dynamic select where we can go into more economical, sporty, or even comfort modes as usual. We also have self-parking, EQ menu setting options just in there. We can also set up our Mercedes Me to only let us in with a fingerprint scan using that button just there. In the cubby here, we have a couple of cup holders for varying different sizes of drinks, a wireless charger, a couple of USB Type-C ports just there. So a very practical use of the space. And I love this fabric just on here. And opening it up, we have a bit more cubby space. You can't really see that on the camera there, but a couple more USB Type-C ports as well, should we need that. Then on the actual steering wheel, we have the ability to adjust the multimedia display like so, but also accept and decline calls, adjust the volume. And over on this side, we can adjust the driver's display screen as well as the driving assistance functions, along with the radar recuperation. As usual on the rest of our models, the drive selects on the actual steering column itself, so up and down for drive and reverse. We can fully adjust our front seats, which are memory seats just there as well. And we've got seat heating functions for all 4 passengers as well, with memory functions. I love these new turbine blade design on the air vents as well. I really think they do look like the inside of an aeroplane's engine. Now, what we can see as well, if we come up slightly, we have all of the light controls and new controls for the sunroof and the lovely frameless design on the rear view mirror. Thank you so much for watching. As usual, I've been Lucas. You can get me on 01323 465 028 or by calling into the Mercedes-Benz of Eastbourne dealership. Thank you so much for watching. This has been the EQS 450 Plus AMG line, and I'll look forward to talking again soon. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.